What's up, my people? I don't miss now. How na day? Waiting they have, waiting they sub. I am back again. Yeah, I'm gonna make more videos this week. And by the way, guys, subscribe. Yeah, for more videos. Yeah. Okay, let's get right into it. So today, we're gonna be talking about Mr. Eazi and Temi Otedola. Now, just imagine this. Your dad, you that you're watching me, your dad is worth over $1.7 billion, right? $1 billion. I mean, I'm sure whoever come close to you will be marked as suspect number one or suspect number 15. Depends on the number of people who approached you. So I think that's what happened in this case. And not just within this girl's family. Outside of the family, I'm talking about the unknown in-laws now on social media who called Mr. Eazi a gold digger. You can imagine, for so long, Mr. Eazi tried to prove that he is not a gold digger. Just imagine, while you're in that relationship, you are also working so hard to prove that you are not there because of money. I'm fascinated by this people's relationship. Not that big on social media. They're still young. I remember back then, people actually thought that, the age difference is much. And Mr. Eazi does not even look cute. What is the... yeah, I mean, they met when Temi was, I think 21 or 20, and Mr. Eazi was 25 or 26. Mr. Eazi is 33 now, and Temi is like, I think 28. And they are now married. But, it wasn't that easy, even though we're talking about Mr. Eazi. And now, by the way, Mr. Eazi has different businesses. It's not like this guy is poor, is doing well, but, like every other musician out there, they have their peak period. Mr. Eazi was at his peak period, but what is the retirement plan? We've heard about stories of some of these musicians who will go from top to bottom just because they couldn't manage or save money for future, for rainy days. So we've heard stories like that. So people felt that this guy only chose to be with Temi Otedola simply because of the dad, the billions. So this guy tried so hard. Now, about his businesses, I mean, this guy has prospects. Just going back to look at their relationship, I realized that I think Temi saw what we didn't see. Temi saw deeper stuff. Realized that this guy has something, that he's doing apart from music. Inside of the entertainment industry, he has investment, and outside he has investment, although they were still growing at the time they met. And by the way, in case you don't know, Temi Otedola, the son of this billionaire, also advised Mr. Eazi on how to build his business, or how to organize his group of companies, because I think Mr. Eazi has small companies that is trying to that's still working on, but they are doing I feel like most of the companies are doing way better than they were before.
Yeah.
And every other company is a department.
I wonder whose idea that was.
It was your idea. It was your idea.
I need to start charging, guys.
Just to be clear, it was Temi's idea. Temi's idea was like, okay, why don't you put all your companies into
consolidate
into one umbrella, and then blah blah blah. And so it was the idea, but the actual process of making that happen is like crazy. Wait, so how do you know? So whenever you want to make decisions on people to work with, what do you do?
No, I'm not, like, basically, if I was building a company, I would look at, okay, let me hire my CEO first. Then I would do MD. Then I would do CFO. I might even be interviewing them all at the same time, but mentally I'm concentrating on one position at a time. Like, my energy is going towards, okay, who will I hire as CEO? Check. I'm not thinking about all 80 candidates at the same time. Do you understand? Like, I think I get decision fatigue, so I actually need to just make one decision at a time. So let's say it's getting dressed in the morning. Before I'm deciding the whole outfit, I'm going to decide what shoe I'm going to wear first. Then I will do my bag. Then I will do my sunglasses. Whereas I think some people look more at the bigger picture. There's no right and wrong way. It's just that's how my brain will process it.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm getting you.
Those were the things that Temi saw. But it still took years before Mr. Eazi popped the question. Like, they met, they started dating, and it took like 6 or 5 years. I feel like it is the time I will call the investigation period. Okay, is this guy here for the money, or this guy is here because he truly and truly loved me? At the time, a lot of people didn't even really check. Okay, who even wanted to have more conversation on that day? It was actually Temi who wanted to chat. Mr. Eazi wasn't really talking because it seemed like that guy naturally, he no just get problem at all.
I feel like the podcast has really opened up about our relationship. If you haven't listened to it yet, we met at a nightclub. End of the day, my sister was doing a DJ gig. My sister's a DJ. She told him to come through. They had just done a song called Fight. And I never, like, I don't go out a lot. So for me, I was just like, let me go support my sis. Like, let's go do that. Little did I know that he was going to be there. I was going to be there. And it was just like the two of us and my other sister. So I was, nice, we're talking, and, I'm trying to make him feel a bit comfortable. And this guy wasn't on it. I'm going to be honest, he wasn't on it. But we got to speaking, we spent a lot of time together, and that's really it.
He wasn't on it.
He wasn't on it.
He wasn't very keen.
No. But what finally made him on it? It's very easy.
But what finally made him on it for you? What do you think you did right?
I think we just got to know each other, and not in like a superficial way. We just spent time, and our personalities like really match. That's the key thing. We are friends first. Yeah. So they were friends first. Now you know.
Now, if you say only time will tell, this is an exact example of it, and they're still waxing strong. So Mr. Eazi, after that time, after he don't prove himself, that was the time. I'll call that the incubation period. Then pop the question in 2022. At some point, people were getting tired. Like, what are you guys doing? Is this a child's play? Like, you guys get married already.
How are you feeling, baby girl? That rock on your finger.
Is it heavy?
Is it heavy?
No, the rock is rocking.
The rock is rocking. How do you feel being a fiance?
It's amazing. It's a nice feeling. It's a very nice feeling. I'm still now like proposal, the cloud 9, which is very nice. I feel like before you start planning for the wedding, you can actually just enjoy being engaged and just enjoy that, just relax a little
chill.
But it's great. I miss my fiance, but it's all good.
Wait, I need to ask you.
Speaking of wedding.
But I remember, watching an interview where Temi said, I screen my friends. I make sure that, these people don't take advantage of me. People think rich kids are dumb, are foolish. So I think that is what actually, happened, between herself and Mr. Eazi.
You did mention people trying to be friends with you. Do you have a way of like screening or adding filters to the people that get into your personal space? Because you're telling me Otedola, people want to be your friend, people want to just fans, let's be honest.
That's the thing. I over the years I've become very intuitive of people's energies. I feel like I can almost read what people want and when they want it, and if they simply just want something from me, and that's it. So I've kept like all my best friends have been my best friends since I was like 13,
day one.
12. Day ones. Like, I really don't have day ones. I do have new friends, but
it's tricky.
I can just tell. I think also some people think I'm stupid. Like I'm not even joking. Like, some people think
because you're the quiet one. Everyone just
I'm the quiet.
You're just low key,
right?
Right.
I'm the quiet one. And also they don't know that sometimes the brand, not the branding I have versus the branding let's say my sister has. That's social media, right? So when you meet me in real life, energy is different, everything is different.
Exactly.
And you can tell.
And you can't play me. You only play yourself.
True. True.
And I feel pity for Mr. Eazi, because the guy was like, I'm not here for the money. Like, you can imagine fighting people on social media that you are not here for the money. He experienced so much hate, which is really sad. And not just that, this guy had to struggle being accepted by Nigerians. So he stays in Ghana. Around the time it was at his peak, there was this fight between Ghanaians and Nigerians. We don't really like one another. We love one another. Just a joke. Don't mind us. But yeah, so there's this issue on social media. Oh, who owns Mr. Eazi? Well, but he's from Nigeria. He's originally from Nigeria. So Mr. Eazi, during his interviews, would say a lot of good things about Ghana, right? And you wouldn't blame him because that's where it's good, right? And I think he spent more time there. So I won't blame him. Nigeria started, disowning Mr. Eazi. So whatever comes from Mr. Eazi is just disgusting to Nigerians. So that made it worse. Like, this guy is just a gold digger. You're dating a Nigerian. Why can't you date a Ghanaian? Like, the hate was so much. And I wonder how Mr. Eazi was able to stay focused on that. Now, even later, they started, doing podcasts. I think in 2021, started a podcast. There was one, Till Death Do Us Part. That one, it was obvious that, it was Mr. Eazi who paid for most things in there. I mean, you would think that, Mr. Eazi doesn't have to do anything. Temi's father will take over from there. Personally, I think it's even so much work for Mr. Eazi to getting married to a billionaire's daughter, because you'll be doing much. You'll be setting a particular standard, spending much more money.
For vacations, if I'm the one saying, let's go on the vacation, I want to pay for everything. In fact, sometimes when you say, you want to pay for something, it upsets me because I'm and maybe that's just how I grew up. Like, I just grew up seeing the male characters that were very dominant to my life. Like, they always paid for things. And it was like how they showed affection was by paying for stuff. So for me,
but sometimes you see people use the excuse that, I pay for your whole life, that now I can treat you like rubbish. So you see, that's what I mean by the social construct.
It's just so crazy. Apart from that, I was listening to one of their podcasts as well, and Mr. Eazi was talking about how, he would also, he doesn't mind, paying for dinner and stuff like that. Like, now you understand why they're still together.
So we're speaking of weather.
First of all, how did you know Eazi was the one for you? Like, how did you know it was him?
It's not even like something about him. I think it's just a feeling of like a sense of peace that I can't feel with anyone else. Like, feeling like you found your best friend, your person, your soulmates. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like
home.
Yeah, home. It's home.
Yeah, that's how people describe it. They're like, like I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But
yes, only time will tell, and time don't tell us who. See, this guy is actually the right guy for. I remember in 2018, right? While reacting to the status of his relationship with Temi in an interview with Sunday Scoop, now he's trying to prove to Temi's family, that's Otedola's family, that he doesn't care about their money, and he's also trying to prove to Nigerians, although he will say that he doesn't have anything to prove to Nigerians, whether he likes it or not, he's also trying to prove to Nigerians that, he doesn't care about the money. So 2018, during an interview with Sunday Scoop, was interviewed, and he said, there's nothing hidden about his relationship. He's always said it, like, there's nothing hidden about, his relationship with Temi Otedola, that Temi Otedola is his one and only. You should see the hate this guy got. I went to the comment section. Let me even read, some of the comment that I saw. Somebody here said, "No, you for have 55 girlfriend. Nonsense, Oga, you hit the jackpot when she agreed to date you. Whatever it is you have, better bottle it and sell it to unkept guys like you, looking for rich girls to marry." Another person here says, "This just sounds more like he's an opportunist and a gold digger." Another person, "Will you keep quiet like you have a better option? If na poor girl on the street now, you for know the yarn like this." Last person, "Before uncle, where you won't catch this kind babe again for your life, Mr. Average." I'm sure Mr. Eazi saw even worse comments. So in 2019, he was interviewed again. I told you, like, this guy is just trying to prove himself. And I think at that time he's just like felt, okay, I've had enough. This is just too much. I think that he replied some people. He was dragged over his tweets on the reported xenophobic attacks on Nigerians in South Africa. And somebody had said, no be today you the forehand now. She be your way of fighting poverty and to hook Otedola picking. Then he replied this person because he was like, man, I don't care anymore. I just want to reply. And he said this, LOL, gold digger. Cause now Otedola they sing, they earn streaming rev. Now him they tour globally. Now him they invest in African creatives. No go pray make God bless your handwork. I engage with people on rural level, providing water. Now rural agripreneurship. Mama raised no fool. I went to their page recently, and I don't know, but these people don't care about the approval on social approval, like, oh, they are happy or not. She posts pictures once about both of them once in a while, and that is it. Even the podcast, they've stopped doing it, just very, very low-key, to a point where people were like, man, why is your marriage so like quiet? Why didn't you shake everywhere? Because Mr. Eazi is a very private person. Temi is private. There's something they call ambivert. Now popular, especially in the dating world.
I would not be as subdued.
So I love you for admitting this, that when I'm there, you make less of an effort.
Yeah.
Because you know that I'm going to pick up your slack.
Yeah. When you're
Straight
there,
up.
like, okay, she's there, it's like,
I can relax.
Here to do this thing, and I just like...
But can you see that that's annoying?
Yeah.
And I've complained before that, like, okay, when we're out and we're like, let's say we're checking into a hotel, like, you'll just be on your phone, and then I'm making small talk for like 30 minutes. Like, why can't you also be involved?
Yeah, but like,
do you think after a 12-hour flight I want to make small talk? No, but it's a polite thing to do.
Yeah, but sometimes I think you overdo it. Like, you don't need to make...
I'll be like, oh, where do your family live?
Small talk. Like, okay, we are here to check in. This is our passport. This is our confirmation. And then you pause,
Oh,
they check it,
I don't like that.
and they tell you, okay, it's complete. You're welcome to our hotel. Boom. Like, in between that time, we don't need to smile and sing Kumbaya. Like, we can just go straight. Like,
whereas I hate, like, silence. I have to always feel silence, which I don't think is always a good thing, because, silence is golden.
He released a song, Legalize. The music video just makes sense now. Temi was the model, and he said it was obvious. So everything you saw in that video was real. That was our marriage. That was our wedding. It means it's official. Legalized.
Now your love with the weak me.
Concerning the music video, Legalized, I just want to read it. So, who told you that it was a secret wedding? When it was asked, like, man, it's a secret wedding. Go and watch the video of my song Legalize. You will get the answer to your question. We shot the video in Venice. If you watch the video, you will see proofs there. Our outfits weren't just costumes. Go and watch the video and you will see everything clearly. It's just like what painters do. Whenever you see their work, you will see the message they are trying to convey. That's how it is with us musicians too. He has a point, actually. He has a point. I remember Davido and Chioma as well, the music video. Although Davido they later got married. I think they got married around the same time. I can't even remember. After he proposed, and it was everywhere. I think he proposed in 2022, and it was everywhere. Copy tweeted thanking Mr. Eazi for bringing joy to their family. He said, today is one of the happiest days of my life. Thank you, Mr. Eazi, for bringing joy, such joy to our family. Oh yeah, what is the hashtag for the wedding? Congratulations to my favorite couple on their engagement. In another tweet, she said, I'm so happy that my little sister, Temi Otedola, has found a personal person. You, Mr. Eazi, have always wanted an older brother. Welcome to the family. P.S. I introduce you guys, so you better find my own. But you see this whole I introduce you, I introduce that. Although Temi, because Temi is the younger sister, and Temi, in case you don't know, look up to DJ Copy. DJ Copy is like her mentor, right? Temi agreed with DJ Copy. Yeah, she introduced us. But Mr. Eazi said it's just lies. Like, these people are just, capping. Mr. Eazi in 2018 said, though he met Temi through her, that's DJ Copy, right? But she did not introduce her sister to him in the true sense of the word. But he met her through DJ Copy. She didn't like meet my sister, she invited her sister. She invited me. And by the time our sister came, she was already playing. So our sister came to the table and it was me and her. So obviously you have to socialize. So I said, hi, what's up? My name is Mr. Eazi. And some people thought, okay, Mr. Eazi and DJ Copy, they're just friends, they're just cool. Mr. Eazi sings, DJ Copy is a DJ. So yeah, they were actually business partners. Temi Otedola have shared it before. She said that her sister told her along the line, like, look, I like you guys' relationship. I want you guys to be, a thing. But if it does not work out, no, don't panic. No, I wasn't there. If it doesn't work out, she just wants her to know, the sister to know that, her relationship that's Copy with Mr. Eazi will still continue. The business relationship.
Wait, we can go to the car. So we just because she can go out. Yeah. It's okay. If we can see you, yeah. What? Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Where you going, baby? Alright, baby, what you doing? You won't make us sound you. I don't even know what's in
Mr. Eazi having different businesses, I think also creates this strong attachment, And number two is I realized that this guy is such a humble guy. And this is not the first time. Like people that I know that have met Mr. Eazi, they said he's very humble. Do you know that this guy, although have money to buy a car, didn't even have a car until 2019. He did not even have a car. I also heard about the Otedola's family, how humble they are.
How did you become DJ Copy's hype man?
I just walked up to her.
In church on a random Sunday or what?
Because that message was touching. I saw when they were pitching the message, Muti Show. I saw that. And if anything, there's something I like about that family. Yeah. Even Copy's sister.
Which of them?
Ola.
Okay.
If they are going to church, they will pack their car far. They will now walk to church. There was time Ola was in church. She was just there sitting after service, meditating. You understand?
And Temi Otedola actually jumped Uber with this guy too. Temi Otedola. And you can imagine the daughter of a billionaire. It's just, you could see the real love there. Otedola is like the fourth richest man in Nigeria.
I'm not saying you are, you're not. Yeah. If Tosin was friendly with his exes,
yeah,
I have no personal issues with that because I actually think it's really lame when people are always talking rubbish about their exes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you guys are broken up. Why are you bringing that bad vibes to your new relationship?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're in a relationship, you really love that person. So does that mean that when me and you break up, you'll be talking rubbish to me about, with your new girlfriend?
Yeah.
So I think it's lame to even talk badly on that person. Do I think late night calls, late night messages, do I think dinners are appropriate? No, because you should have moved on. But you see them at an event, cool, hug, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Maybe you were close with their brother or sister.
Yeah.
Keep that relationship.
Yeah.
On birthdays, happy birthday text. I'm not sure about liking pictures on IG. I would go for an unfollowing. Unless you guys ended on great terms. Why are you watching their story every day? Is that too extra? I think just be really friendly and nice, but no need for you guys to still be, on that level. Like, are you sliding into DMs still? I think that's unnecessary.
And Mr. Eazi really is not the type of guy that is overly excited because I'm, with the daughter of a rich man or something. No, like he's just there, like, I love her, and that's it. I don't care about the money. Like, that was very obvious.
This is how I know that Tosin Ajibade he's in the Cancer horoscope. Because do you know what? This guy, when he loves you, ride or die loyalty. If he doesn't mess with you, he can leave you like chewing gum on the streets. My first present to you was we were in Miami for your birthday.
Yeah, that one.
We walked to the beach. We walked to the beach on his birthday morning, and guess what's flying over the sky?
Yeah, somebody had a plane.
A jet that
wasn't a jet. Calm down. I beg, just stop
Okay, it wasn't a jet. It was one water plane that said "Happy Birthday."
It was a
Tosin.
Cessna.
Let me land. Happy birthday, Tosin. So the whole of Miami could wish you happy birthday.
Yeah, I thought that was sweet. Like,
It was, and then I wrote him 300 love notes for every day of his birthday.
Somebody will say, "Oh, maybe."
That was bait. I can't believe I did that. 300 love notes, but I was whipped back then.
Maybe you should have. Oh, you're no more whipped.
No, I whipped though, but that was that sweet beginning days, you know. Those sweet beginning days.
There was even a point in their video where they said Mr. Eazi came late. Like, you had the opportunity to meet Femi or Otedola. They scheduled a meeting and Mr. Eazi came late. So this guy did not show any sign of desperation.
So I think for me, I really thought it was a big deal meeting your dad.
First time, yeah.
Yeah, first time, especially because like we were having dinner at a nice place.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the few times where I've like respected dress code to go to like a restaurant and not like piss people off, because I was like, okay, I just want this to be cool,
smooth flowing, like chill, no issues.
I think I was there a little bit late.
Yeah, I think you were. And I was like, what, is this a power move?
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I think your dad mentioned something.
We were
like,
both sitting there, and I was like, Papa, he's around the corner, there's traffic. I was just stalling because I was like, why is this guy late? Like, because now the three of us have hung out, fries, tea, like casual vibes.
Yeah.
But for me, that was like a big night because that was the first time I made a formal.
Yeah.
I was the one instigating, like, Papa, you know this about tea, and I was like, tea, you know this about Papa. Like, I was just middlemaning it, make sure you guys really know each other.
Yeah, I think you're selling me as well. How?
I mean, you have to package the goods. You gotta package the goods.
How far in the relationship do you introduce to your dad?
Like now, you know, like we have started taking trips together. Like, you know, I feel like my family needs to know who I'm traveling for 2 weeks with. Like, who is this guy who's taking me to Mauritius?
That's true. Okay.
You know, you could be any type of guy. Like, and I'm their baby. I'm the baby girl.
So for you, it's like once you start, but obviously, if it's a thing, you're just flying out with.
Yeah,
you're not going to be introducing to your mom and dad.
No, definitely no. But you see, maybe my mom.
Maybe your mom.
My mom is just a vibe, so why not?
Oh, also about him Ubering. He said, yeah, till today I use Uber, but I do not care. And by the way, I don't even pay for the ride because I was giving Uber credit. I mean, whoever gave him Uber credits at the time. By the way, he has a car now. He has bought a car. But if you see me in an Uber vehicle and feel that Mr. Eazi is poor, what is my business with that? For instance, everybody around me has cars, and besides, I buy cars for people. If it makes sense for me to use an Uber, why should I drive? Why would I pay about 100 million naira for a car that I would probably drive 5 times a year? Guys, always remember, aside from music, Mr. Eazi is a business man and a very caring person. You know, you can see he said he even buys cars for people, but you know, it's just how he sees life. Simple. Temi said it herself that Mr. Eazi is very simple. That name Eazi actually works for him. Like, it's easy, according to what Temi said.
And then we were on our way
to both get Ubers home.
So to just go get Ubers home.
Yeah.
And then the night just took a different turn.
A lefty.
I met some fans, and we ended up going to, what's the name of the club?
District, where we met.
District
but yeah,
again.
guys, we don't go to District anymore, so I'm gonna put it out there. In recent lights of racism, I think we should both take a stand. This was pre that time, so guys, don't worry, we no longer frequent District. But anyway, went to District.
So for people who might not know, I don't drink a lot, and so now I even drink. Now I drink, but at that time I was teetotal, like, and so that night.
And also, when Tosin says he drinks a glass of wine once a week.
Yeah. So now it's like wine, but that day I had so many shots, and then I don't want to go into details of the night.
It was
but
a
guys,
mess.
I just know that I woke up the following morning.
My guy knocked.
I was knocked.
He was knocked. I had to put him in an Uber home because a grown ass 20-something-year-old
knocked.
on a first official date had to be taken home.
Yeah.
Put to bed. Like, this guy knocked. You cannot stand.
I was not, but you took care of me. You took care of me that night.
Put him in a taxi. Made sure he slept without bagging.
I learned one or two things, and what I learned in these people's relationship is, first is you owe nobody an explanation. You don't have to prove anything. Just keep doing your thing, and social media most times, won't have effect on anything if you don't want it to. If we don't allow it. That's the definition of the whole thing. They've been together for years now, and the relationship is still smooth. Temi seem happy in that relationship, and here we are today. A lot of people just shut up. They literally shut up, and I think they are convinced now that okay, Mr. Eazi wasn't there for the money. But I think the relationship actually is, he had to be serious about it. So that kind of affected his music, but he's also making money from his companies or group of companies. Anyways, guys, that's where I'm going to hold it. Guys, like, subscribe. To see you next time. Peace.
The day I met Temi, right?
You're just embarrassed.
I was on the table. She was on the table. She was feeling me.
I was looking like a goth, apparently.
She was feeling me because, I believe, she knew somebody had told her that I was at the time I was into girls with gothic, I had a thing for gothic, black nails, black eyebrows, all of that. And then that's just what she wore. That was her vibe, which is not her vibe, by the way. I want to say that's not her vibe.
Lies.
And then, that day I was just trying to, because it's you don't know when you sort of because you're conscious, and maybe that's another topic. It's for me, at some point, because I was conscious that stereotype for male artists is oh, they're always trying to move to you.
Yeah.
And so because of that,
and knowing you, I'm I cannot imagine you moving to someone. Guys,
yeah, but
I had to move. Me, myself, and I.
No, but
I had to move.
Don't.
I had to move to Tosin.
But and so and so because of that, anytime I met a girl, even if I feel oh, she's interesting, I remember I'll get on dates and I'll meet somebody and say I'm just trying to be your friend. I'll just say it I'm not trying to move to you. So, but because of that, you might interpret it as me being mean. So, guys, that day, maybe towards the end of, it wasn't our date. We just happened to be there. And I just said, hey, I've been mean. This is not good. Let me just be nice. So I said, oh, give me your number. Right? I was like, let me have your number. So I collected her number and I was texting her and this girl was not replying.
Can I just say why I was shook?
Why?
Because he's just completely fabricated the love that story.
I did not.
So number one, I didn't know he was gonna be the. Let me just clarify. I didn't know he was gonna be there that night. It was fate that brought us together. I think that's quite romantic. Number two, I didn't know he was into goths. I've only wore a black lipstick once in my life, and that's the night I wore it. And he had a goth thing apparently. Number three is that I wasn't. Okay,
that's what
I thought he was cute. I was lucky trying to move. I was in a humble, but because someone had told me, okay, I'm gonna go do something in the club. I brought my friend here, so just make sure he's okay. Give him drinks. He came on his ones, and me being someone who likes to be friendly to strangers, I was like, hey, do you live in London? Can I get you a drink? What have you been up to? I was just on my, my usual, cute, let's be nice, let's meet people vibes. And I was like, this guy is an asshole. Like, why is he being so rude?
Because I was trying to let you know that, hey, I'm not interested. Like,
wow.
I'm just here.
I was like, this guy
I'm just here to just watch this person, and just like, I'm not interested in moving to you. But basically, after that, I started to text Temi, and Temi is not replying. Oh, okay, she was replying, to be honest, but like, she was taking her time to reply. So like, I text her, like, let's say I text her at 10 a.m. She'll reply me at like 12 or at 2. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Because I took 2 hours to respond.
Like, what are you doing that you cannot reply me when I text you? I even remember, like, I got in the studio, I had this, like, I've not released this song. I said, don't wait for me to reach you before you reach me back. Like,
the ego.
I don't, and in the song I was like, you don't want to lose me and then want me back. Wow. Like, I was even tweeting, like,
you were subtweeting. I didn't even follow you.
I was
on
even
Twitter.
subtweeting.